Hopefully that's not too small. What's up, everyone? Where are all the Leos and Virgos? Oh, yes. Leos and Virgos. All right. Leo here. Awesome sauce everywhere. Good evening, Leo. Awesome sauce. Virgo, sweet. Definitely thank y'all for being patient with me, for all the Virgos out there, or anyone with Virgo in their chart. Hey there, man. What up? What is up? Holla. Says Blaze Baby. Leo with the heart. What is up? What is up, y'all? How am I doing? I'm doing swell. That's hi in Spanish. Oh. Siéntate, por favor. Will this be on YouTube? Yes, it definitely will. Tonight, it definitely will. Siéntate, por favor. Señorita. I don't know if you're at work right now, Blaze Baby, and are able to siéntate. But it is what it is. Glad you are doing good. Yep. I'm doing pretty alright. No headache. I had a nap earlier. Feels like a Tuesday, right? Yeah, lol. I work from home. Oh, okay. That definitely makes more sense in my head than at a factory or some fast food place. And then doodling on the TikTok app on your phone in the meantime, in between what you gotta do. Working from home, that makes more sense. I guess it shouldn't be such a surprise I do this thing from home. Know what I mean? Yeah, got the brains. Hey, there you go. One of my buddies always said that women always have three things, but not all three. It's usually 2 out of 3. So there's brains, smarts, and they're funny. So do you have to work on your jokes there, Blaze Baby? Ha 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 ha. She said I'm all 3. Oh, goodness gracious. Yay, we're having fun. What is up to all the Leos out there? Leos and Virgos. Definitely if you are a Virgo, thank y'all for being patient with me. Your reading will be in about a little less than an hour. Wait for about 50 viewers, and then I'll show you all the deck that I keep choosing for Leo and Virgo readings. Yes, I keep choosing. Only because, yes, there are tons of decks in my collection, but also there's specific ones I like to use, either because they fit in my hand or the shuffle ability is awesome sauce everywhere, or the practicality is definitely there. They said, my daughter is a Leo. Awesome. Hope y'all are doing a-okay tonight. Definitely if you are cross-watching for a Leo and or Virgo, then definitely keep the PG-13, especially if it's romantically. Maybe not so much if you're a friend or a family member or a a neighbor or a coworker, how did you get into doing tarot card readings? That's a good question, and I definitely got time to answer it. Well, and I'll keep an eye on the number of viewers in the chat. But yes, I got into tarot readings because maybe 4 or 5 years into factory work, I found out what astrology was. I was like, I'm a Leo. I have no idea what that means, but I'll take your word for it. And I ended up doing some research into it, and I learned a lot about myself that I actually knew, but it was cool to, get that validation. Oh, this is why I do this thing, and that's why I react in these type of situations, and you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of unanswered questions about who I am, what I was supposed to be doing, and all that jazz. So then about maybe 3 or 4, 5 years after that, I had a hypnotherapist give me a tarot reading, and I was like so intrigued with how do you know that's what the cards are telling you? Is it my, mannerisms? Is it from my conversation with you, or, just knowing me personally? Or is there something deeper that the cards, are saying, like the interpretations or definitions of them? And I found out that it's actually both. It's actually half and half. If you know the characteristics or personality traits of specific zodiac signs, and you know how they're going to act or react to certain situations, then you definitely can read any zodiac sign. And then just by knowing the interpretations of the cards as well, especially if you're passionate about tarot as much as I am, it just makes sense. It just makes sense, y'all. That's how I got into tarot readings. I hope that answers your question. But y'all, I've only got 32 viewers in the chat. If you are new here, thank y'all for hitting that follow button. If you have not done so, what are you waiting for? If you like the energy I bring to the Tarot TikTok table, yes, the Tarot TikTok table, then hit that like button. Hit the share button, especially if you know a Leo or a Virgo anywhere in your life, no matter what area. Are you interested in birth charts as well, as far as astrology? I'm definitely into it. I'm into it, but it's so mind-boggling. It's so mind-boggling. It's such a deep topic. Like, once you think you've gotten one, topic figured out, there's also a side topic in astrology. But neither here nor there. Leo, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. This is the deck I'm going to be using. Yes, I definitely know that I repeat the same deck. The Gilded Tarot Royale. I mean, come on. This is one of the only decks, maybe even the only deck that I have, that has the lion on the front. The strength card on the front of the box. So, I mean, it only makes sense to me that I would use, that I would use this deck. It said meow. Oh. Everywhere. Y'all, we're going to go ahead and get right into this reading. Arrar. Alrighty, Leos, here is your bridge shuffle. Drum roll, please. I'm sure there's a drum emoji and a cinnamon roll or a biscuit or a honey roll some of y'all could send. But yes. Oh yeah, thank you. That was quite helpful. But yes, that was the bridge shuffle. Awesome sauce. Yes, send me scissors for anyone that is newly joining me. Can you pull a card for me? Nope. If you are a Leo, yes, I will definitely pull 10 cards. 5 for the first half hour, 5 for the last half hour. I do not do personal readings. unfortunately. This is the better substitute, I feel like, sending me emojis so that I may cut this deck. Oh yes, send me scissors so I can cut this deck and we will get into the Leo reading. I'm Leo Moon and Virgo Sun. Hey, that is awesome sauce everywhere. I will be doing the Virgo reading in about 40 minutes. Not 40, about 50 minutes, give or take. So thank you all for being patient with me, all the Virgos out there. Alrighty, y'all. I'm a Leo Sun, Pisces Rising. Ooh, that was a roll. I synced it. I'm Leo, and I'm new here. Awesome sauce. You're more than welcome to hang out, especially if you have Leo in your charts, or Virgo, or neither. Definitely hang out, and yeah, hit that follow button, hit that like button, hit that share button, especially if you're new here, especially if you like the energy I bring to the Tarot TikTok table, or if you have anyone that has Virgo and or Leo in their chart. Y'all, thank you for interacting with me in the comments. It is much appreciated. We're going to get right into the Leo reading. Here we go. I'm going to use all the emojis y'all sent me to cut this deck. Alrighty. Here we go, y'all. Thank y'all for the gifts. And thank y'all for the interacting with me in the comments. Alright, here we go. Leo, here is your energy. Here is the challenge. Here is your person's energy. Here is the common ground between you both, or the similarities, mind you. And we have the advice / possible outcome. Man, I freaking love this deck. The artwork is just mwah. Mwah. Creme de la creme. Alright, y'all. So I have 5 cards here on the Tarot TikTok table. 5 cards, alright? Here in about 17 minutes, we are going to clarify with 5 more cards on top of the 5 we already have in the spread. And then we will recap for anyone just then joining the live feed. Any new Leos? Maybe. Let's get into the reading though, y'all. Keep in mind, I do have a YouTube channel. T to the power of 3, that's awesome. The Tarot TikTok table. Keep in mind, y'all, I have a YouTube channel. Maybe you want to go to the YouTube channel, which is Free Will Tarot. Free Will Tarot. Same title, same logo. After this reading or during, and I definitely will recap for anyone that has missed any of the first half of the reading. No, you're not late. You're here right on time. Any Leos that are just now joining me, you are all on time. So let's get into the reading, Leo. Here is your energy with the Queen of Swords. No matter the gender, tarot is not gender specific. It definitely could be that you are a man in this Queen of Swords energy. It definitely could be that you are a woman, Leo, in this energy. Tarot is not gender specific. Keep that in mind. So it definitely could be that you are in this Queen of Swords energy wanting to cut someone out of your life. Maybe you are just done with this person. Maybe you're willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Yes, the cusp can work out and or be accurate for you as well. Leo Cancer cusp. But yes, Leo, it definitely could be that with this Queen of Swords energy, maybe you're wanting to give this person at least a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, to hear them out, to gain clarity. I don't know if you're wanting to gain clarity from this individual to move forward with them or to move away from them. But do keep in mind, the Queen of Swords is someone that wants to gain clarity, either to invest in this person. You know, obviously we don't want to be confused before taking action or investing into anyone. So it definitely could be that you're wanting to gain clarity before taking action or investing in this person. It doesn't have to be, though. It definitely could be that you want clarity, that you want closure from this person so that you can have peace of mind when you walk away from them. Keep that in mind. Now, with the Justice card being in the challenge, it could be that you are facing or experiencing some sort of karma, Leo. Definitely could be karma with the Justice card in the challenge. That maybe you find it challenging to bring justice to yourself, bring justice to the situation, or to bring justice in general to this person. I don't know if you have done them dirty. I don't know if they have done you dirty, but it more so says a lot about this person doing you dirty with the Justice card in the challenge. Maybe even for both of you, you both find it challenging to bring justice, the truth, bring fairness to the situation for both of you, sure. Otherwise, this will be in their energy. Otherwise, it would be in your energy. No matter the case, it definitely feels like both of you possibly could be going through some sort of karma. I never try to use the interpretations in the challenge as both you and this person's challenge. I usually save the challenge for, this is your reading. No matter which sign, no matter if it's in person or through a video, I do try to make sure that the challenge is your challenge. So keep that in mind. But at the same time, I suppose it could be that this is your person on your mind's challenge as well. Now, speaking of your person, we have an individual that is wanting, with the 5 of Wands, maybe to start an argument. It doesn't have to be that they want to start conflict. For the Leo, it definitely could be that there's already conflict that hasn't been resolved between you both, and maybe that's why with the Queen of Swords you have your guard up. Maybe that's why with the Queen of Swords you want to have a conversation. Hey, let's be mature about this conversation. Let's be mature about this conflict, these disagreements, these misunderstandings, these miscommunications that maybe you and this person have, and maybe want to settle the differences once and for all, either to reinvest in this person or to move away with a peaceful state of mind. So then it could be that this person wants to bring up some conflict, some unresolved conflict that either they still have unresolved or you have unresolved. But I do get the feeling that if you aren't healing from this conflict, you're at least attempting to bring justice to yourself, Leo. And it could be that you're wanting to cut this person out altogether, maybe because the conflict has gone on for way too long. Keep in mind, the Justice card can talk about timing. So maybe you and this person have been at each other's throats for quite a while. I don't know if this is an inner conflict, like I mentioned, it could be an inner conflict that this person has, and maybe you have healed already. Definitely could be that you've healed, and maybe they haven't. And maybe when they see you trying to bring justice to yourself, to bring fairness to your own life and truth, and balance out the scales of justice, maybe this stirs some inner demons within this person. It definitely could stir some inner demons within this person. But nonetheless, we have the similarities between you both, or the common ground. Before I get into that, yes, we did see the differences between you. You are in this Queen of Swords energy, maybe wanting to cut this person out, especially if they bring any unresolved demons or energetic baggage, maybe from past relationships between you, Leo, and maybe their last relationship. If you're wanting to cut this person off, it definitely could be that they maybe bring deceit, manipulation, toxic behavior, and that will be the final straw for you, Leo. And they are in this Five of Wands energy, maybe putting you in competition. A lot of times I forget to use the interpretation of competition with the Five of Wands, but as you can see, they are practicing battle, practicing for battle. I don't think this person is wanting to playfully, you know, joke with the Leo, like, oh, Leo, you'll never become a tarot reader, oh, you'll never become this, and that's their way of sparring with the Leo. But I mean, they better bring something better than 5 or 4 other women or men or whatever the example that have wands, because the Leo definitely has their sword ready to strike. Now, the similarities then with the Strength card, this definitely tells me that you are in your natural energy at this time. Your natural energy being the Strength card, which, yes, is on the front of the box. The Strength card. This is your natural energy, like I said. This is you being in your power and your strength, being courageous, going after, you know, everything that you're passionate about, let's say. It definitely could be that you are wanting to hold back from this individual, from not reaching out to them. It could be that you are wanting to tame the beast within and not be triggered by anything that's any mind games, maybe any manipulation or any toxic behavior that they might try to pull you back into their energy or into their life with. It definitely could be that they are in this energy as well. I don't know if you're dealing with another Leo. Definitely could be that you're dealing with another Leo. If that is the case, the how you will know who this reading is for is ask yourself which one of you believes in tarot more so. Because if this person is watching this tarot reading the same time as you, then it could be that you both are in this energy. Maybe, and you both are in this energy. Let's look at it that way. But at the same time, the one I definitely feel is more so into tarot is probably who is in this Queen of Swords energy. No matter if you are dealing with another Leo or not, you definitely could be in this strength energy for reasons that are maybe legit, you know, for legit reasons. Like, hey, I don't want to deal with your toxic behavior. I don't want to have my peace disrupted. And then here they come, wanting to disrupt some peace that the Leo might have at this time. Or maybe even they're not reaching out and they themselves are conflicted. Like, hey, I know I should be doing something to balance out the scales of justice, but I'm going to mirror the Leo's energy. I'm going to mirror the Leo's energy. I'm going to be just as prideful as they are. I'm just going to be just as prideful as they are because I don't want to disrupt their peace. No. Maybe this person doesn't want to disrupt their peace, but they are still conflicted nonetheless. And when you avoid conflict in your environment, in the outer world, you create it in the inner world. You create it in the inner world. And not expressing that or releasing that energy is going to cause dis-ease for this person. Dis-ease. In time, this person will either, well, gain some sort of karma if they don't reach out and try to make this right, you know, balance out the scales of justice, or help the Leo do so by either speaking the truth or just cooperating. Maybe that's all the Leo wanted, was cooperation, you know, Compromise. Is that even a thing anymore? Has compromise become so extinct that we think of it as a dinosaur and we laugh at the idea of chivalry or honesty? Yeah. Or integrity? Any Hoosers, the Wheel of Fortune is your advice / possible outcome. Leo, the Wheel of Fortune. It definitely could be that you yourself have been treating yourself gently, kindly, and saying some affirmations. I learned a new trick from one of the tarot readers I've been watching on YouTube. I think it's called Ask-firmations. Instead of affirmations, it's ask-firmations with the prefix of ask, as in asking a question. Almost as if you were to, when you wake up, ask yourself, why am I so abundant? Why am I so lucky? Why am I so fortunate? You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if that works faster than regular affirmations, but it could be that you're wanting to add, I don't know what kind of words those are. They're like not pronouns. They're explanatory words, like conjunctions, or not conjunctions either. I don't know. I'm not a English professor, but something that's descriptive. Let's say extraordinary, right? I am extraordinarily loved. I am extremely grateful for the things and people I have in my life. I am extremely grateful. Thank you for all the opportunities. I am extremely grateful. Why am I extremely grateful? You know, it's almost to wake up in the morning and tell the universe, why am I extremely grateful? I have no idea, but I love it. You know? Adjective, that's it. Yes. I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is. So yes, with the Wheel of Fortune, it could be that I'm a star doing this. I'm gonna start doing this. Heck yeah. It could be with the Wheel of Fortune that you have some luck coming for you. It could be that you have some fortunate event happening and the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. Maybe, because you've been so lucky, you've been so fortunate, and asking yourself, why am I so fortunate? You know, instead of playing the victim and saying, why is this happening to me? You're more so, I'm going to outsmart the universe and ask, why is this happening for me? Why is this happening for me? I'm such a victim of becoming a billionaire or, you know, of having luxury in my life, no matter if that's the case or not. Lawsuit. Oh, goodness gracious. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, it's an affirmation. It's almost to, it's a placebo effect. If you're to trick the universe into thinking you fear abundance, then you will become abundant because obviously you're pouring so much energy and attention and focus into that direction. But any Hoosers, y'all, we're going to get a deeper look into this reading for you, Leo. If y'all have not done so, definitely hit that follow button. MG of the cards, you are so good. Hey, thank you so much. I'm not sure if it's necessarily energetic when it comes to the cards. It's half and half psychology, half and half interpretations of the cards, you know? A lot of people think it's, I mean, it definitely could be energetic, I suppose. You know? Maybe I don't give enough credit to the energetic. Yeah, it's definitely wisdom. It's half and half psychology of how would a certain zodiac sign... Oh, it is 7 o'clock p.m. here in Ohio. 7 o'clock p.m. we're definitely going to continue to shuffle. If you have not done so, hit the follow button. Greatly appreciated. If you have not done so, hit that like button, especially if you like the energy I bring to the Tarot TikTok table. 3 times fast. Tarot TikTok table, Tarot TikTok table, Tarot TikTok table. What about indubitably inevitable? Try it. Indubitably inevitable. Indubitably inevitable. Indubitably inevitable. Indubitably inevitable. Indubitably inevitable. So fun. Y'all gotta try it. Tarot TikTok table. They typed it out. Cheaters. Pumpkin eaters. I swear. I swear it. Alright, y'all. Maybe share this live stream with someone whom you feel would love to experience this reading, no matter if they are a Leo or not. Maybe they have Leo in their chart somewhere, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. Maybe even Virgo. Let them know that I'm doing the Virgo reading in a half hour. Half hour for the Virgo reading, no matter if it's Sun, Moon, and or Rising. Y'all, I definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. Sweet. Virgo waiting. Thank you for being patient with me, for any Virgos out there. Y'all could have be hunging out. Hunging out? Oh goodness, Rick. Yeah, y'all definitely can tell I'm not an English professor. Y'all could be hunging out. Y'all, you hear? Go on get now. Goodness gracious. Any Hoosers? Thank you for hanging out. You definitely could have been hanging out or hung out with any other tarot reader, with you know, friends, family members, co-workers outside of TikTok. You definitely could have been doing some chores, you know, or doing anything other than hanging out with me, and y'all chose to hang out with me instead. So it was definitely appreciated. Thank you so much for the love and for spending the time, taking the time out to watch this reading. But this isn't about me. Oh no, it's not about me. This is about all my lovely Leos out there. My fellow Leos. Gang gang. Gang gang. My Leo posse. What is up? Word to my Leos. Yes, I'm so awkward. But hey, that is a-okay. Y'all love me anyways. Y'all love me anyways. They said whoop whoop. Alright, y'all. Bridge shuffle time. Let's get right into it. Rawr. Leo love. Hells yeah. Alright, here we go. Bridge shuffle, y'all. If you're new here, the bridge shuffle is an indication that I'm going to need scissors. So yes, send me scissors or swords, or anything sharp and pointy for that matter, in the form of emojis, and I will use them to cut this here deck. Maybe one day I will start using 2 decks in the same reading, or in different readings. Things that make you go, Ooh, what's this, an icebreaker? Don't mind if I do. I like that. Mix it up. Okay. Okay. I'm catching what you're throwing. I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right, y'all. Thank you all for interacting with me in the comments. I definitely will keep that in mind, to use different decks for different signs, or 2 different decks for when I clarify. That way, it's like, what? Queen of Swords, clarified by the Queen of Swords? That's double confirmation. That you're doubling down and wanting to cut a person off. Maybe. Let's get a deeper look into this reading, though, y'all. Definitely would be cool to have double confirmation, you know, like the Death card, like, yep, this is dead and done, or the Sun card, oh yeah, double the clarity, double the illumination, double the happiness. Any Hoosers, y'all, let's get deeper into this reading. If y'all have not done so yet, hit that follow button, greatly appreciated. Hit the like button, and hit the share button. Let's just get right into this reading. We're going to clarify The Queen of Swords in your energy, Leo. Oh. We're clarifying the Justice card in the challenge. It could be that we are clarifying, the Five of Wands in this person's energy. Let's clarify the Strength card and the common ground or the similarities between you and this individual, and we will clarify the Wheel of Fortune and your advice / possible outcome. This is a strange reading. No plot twists. It's a strange reading, though. Let's get into it, shall we? So, Leo, you are in this Queen of Swords. It's always strange, ain't it? Ain't it? Queen of Swords energy. No matter if you are a woman in this Queen of Swords energy or a man in this Queen of Swords energy. Tarot is not gender specific. Keep that in mind. So then, it could be that you're wanting to cut a mofo out of your life, especially if they bring deceit, manipulation, toxic behavior. Hello, you again. Yeah, wanting to cut out a person out of your life. Leo, it definitely could be that maybe you want to gain clarity before cutting them out. So then maybe you give them the benefit of the doubt before blocking them, before abandoning them. You know, maybe you want to gain closure so that you can move away from this person and have a peace of mind, have some sort of peace of mind or a peaceful mindset while you walk away. And maybe you are more so focusing on your Ten of Pentacles, meaning the environment, maybe a family, maybe your work environment, sure. Investing into yourself and maybe another partnership. Because the Ten of Pentacles cannot be done alone. So it definitely tells me that you could be investing in another person other than this person. What does the Queen of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles say? What is that interpretation? As one big interpretation, cutting someone out so that you may focus more so on a relationship you are already investing in. That's what it says to me. I mean, maybe y'all have a different interpretation. If so, definitely, yes, cut them off and get that bag, for sure. You know what I'm saying? If y'all have anything different, maybe to argue, maybe we can discuss it. Obviously, try to keep it PG-13. We don't necessarily have to argue, but neither here nor there. Your challenge with the Justice card could be about bringing something to balance for yourself in your own life. I don't know if this person did you dirty and then you're about to return the favor. I would not suggest doing that. It could be that maybe you are wanting to give this person clarity so that they can move on with their life. But neither here nor there. You find it challenging to bring fairness, justice, truth to your own life, maybe even to this person's life. It's like, hey, you know, once upon a time, maybe you asked for this person's help. Maybe you wanted to collaborate with this person and they turned you down. And they even laughed in your face like, whoa, don't ever kick a man while he's down. Don't ever kick a Leo while they are down. No matter if it's man or woman, let's change up the quote and say, never kick a Leo while they are down. The Leos have a big heart, you know, and if they were already struggling, then why laugh at them? You know, if they had good intentions towards you, if they are trying to have good intentions towards everyone in general, why kick them down? You know, that definitely screams justice and karma. Karma for sure. Justice card being in the challenge screams of karma. Maybe there is, to some extent, an apology that you want to bring forth. Like, hey, to some extent, I did reach out and ask for your help. Maybe I should not have done that. Maybe I should not have done that. Maybe you want to ask for their forgiveness for reaching out to, have them help you when you could have very well did something yourself. You was just being a lazy kitty and didn't want to do everything yourself. But isn't that how everything works? No one wants to help, but then when you yourself, Leo, do something yourself, that's when everyone's like, oh no, and they freak out. Well, like, what are you talking about? I asked for your help. Why are you so conflicted about me doing things by myself? Why are you so conflicted? Because I want to chase my dreams and you're not helping me. It's like, okay, I guess I'll do it myself. It's not in a petty way. It's not like, oh, I'll show you I can do it myself. It's more so like, okay, I'll do it myself. I get the hint. So yes, maybe there is an apology you want to give. Maybe in that sense, it is a little petty to be apologizing for, asking for help. But at the same time, it's like, hey, what's a Leo to do? So it definitely could be that maybe you're about to apologize for them receiving some karma. I mean, why? Sorry, not sorry. Obviously, wish this person healing, wish this person luck and all the happiness in the world. Never be the type that wants to wish bad or karma upon others, because obviously we will get that in return. That is our investment into the universe. When we hold on to resentment and say, oh, they're going to get theirs, they're going to get their karma, I'm either going to make sure of it and spy on them and, do the whole creeper stereotype. Like, why? That's so much energy. When you could obviously promote what you love instead of bashing what you hate. Why bash on what you hate and get karma when you obviously could use your energy in a positive way, right? And promote what you love. That is my argument. Why this person is so conflicted then? Maybe they had no idea that you had good intentions, Leo. Maybe the whole time they were laughing at you because their intentions or their belief systems, at least about you, are conflicting to the reality of the situation. It could be that maybe they are conflicted about a change they need to make. With the death card, it definitely could be that this person is wanting to make a change, but they're conflicted about it because, then they would have to swallow their pride. Then they would have to swallow their pride, which we do have the strength card and the similarities between you both. So maybe you both are being prideful, maybe a bit stubborn, but for different reasons. I do believe. Now, this person could be conflicted about an ending that maybe you put forth. Maybe they did not want to be the one rejected. Maybe they wanted you to be in that rejection seat. The rejection seat. I kind of like that metaphor. I don't like the reasoning for coming up with it, but hey, this person definitely could have wanted to be the one in power. Maybe this person loves the power. They love the power. they love being right. They love walking away from someone and knowing they did the right thing. But then when you go and do something yourself and try to create justice for yourself, it's like, oh no, where do you think you're going, Leo? What do you think you're doing, Leo? Stay in that frightened corner, scared of my power. That is definitely giving narcissistic tendencies or personality traits. When this person wants to feel like you cower, under their power. I don't know if they're wanting this to end or they're conflicted about a change. Definitely take what resonates, leave out the rest. They could be conflicted about making a change for themselves, or they could have some inner conflict about the way you ended things, Leo. Maybe they feel like there's unfinished business. But yes, we did speak of the similarities between you and this person, Leo. Similarities being the Strength card. Maybe you both are holding back from each other, not wanting to be triggered. You're definitely sitting in this Queen of Swords energy, wanting to cut them out, or at least gain clarity from them or closure, so that you can invest elsewhere, or get the bag, as one suggested in the comments. And it definitely could be this person is not wanting to be triggered because they're in this energy of conflict, and they don't want to be rejected when they seem, weak for being vulnerable? Weak for being vulnerable? This person loves their power. This person doesn't want to seem weak or vulnerable. But hey, if y'all learn anything from me, from doing these live tarot readings, it's that being vulnerable in front of y'all is actually a superpower. It's a superpower. Okay? That yes, flaws and all, y'all still love me. And I appreciate that. But this isn't about me. Like I said, so yes, it could be that this person is conflicted about either an ending you brought forth to the situation, or it could be that they are conflicted about a change they need to make so that they can be invested into by the Leo. Invested into by the Leo, yes. So yeah, you both are definitely holding back, not wanting to be triggered for different reasons, obviously. When it comes to the Nine of Wands, clarifying the challenge, or the Strength card. It could be that yes, you both are holding back because you've been through battle after battle, struggle after struggle. This is the wounded warrior, the Nine of Wands. It could be that you both are protecting something that you both have created for yourselves. May it be independence. May it be a hobby that brings joy to the both of you simultaneously, but for different reasons, at different times. At the same time, but for different reasons. I don't know if that makes sense, but maybe you both have a hobby. Maybe it's the same hobby, maybe it's a different hobby. No matter the case, you both have created something for yourselves. Peace of mind? Sure. Independence? Definitely. And this is why you both are being defensive towards each other, maybe even creating boundaries or, afraid that they'll reach out, but also expecting each other to reach out. It could be that one or both of you needs to bring forth the truth in this situation and apologize so that the scales of justice can be restored and balanced out, but both of you aren't doing a thing about it. Neither of you are doing a thing about it, and more so either afraid to be rejected or afraid to look stupid, afraid to swallow your pride. I mean, this definitely screams with the Nine of Wands that you both are almost at the finish line. So maybe there is an opportunity for you both. I don't know if you are, Leo, investing in someone else with the Ten of Pentacles. But you are almost at the end of the line, the finish line, the end of the tunnel. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. This does tell me that you both need to keep going. This isn't about this person, though. This reading is for Leo. So yes, Leo, keep going. You're almost there. Do not hesitate to take action. Just take action. Do what you got to do to bring fairness and justice to the situation. All right, and we have the Wheel of Fortune in the advice or possible outcome. The Wheel of Fortune does talk about a fortunate event, a lucky moment in time. Obviously, when we are grateful for the things we already have, we will have more to be grateful for. If we are ungrateful and take for granted the things that we have, no matter if it's the clothes on our back, the food on our stomach, the roof over our head, or the resources and tools we have to create a better life. You know, obviously I don't like using myself as an example, but this is, you know, one of them times where I'm going to use myself as an example because it's legit and it's legit. I'll just say it that much. So I have tons of tarot decks and I have a phone. If I didn't use those two resources at the same time to create a better outcome, a better life for myself, then, well, here's the last card. I definitely could gain some sort of karma myself, especially if I felt like I have all this passion that I want to run towards, but I keep holding it in, not wanting the beast to be let out, wanting to tame the beast within, you know, but at the same time, it's only going to create inner conflict for you, Leo. For all the fellow Leos out there, definitely chase after something that you love. Use the resources and tools that you have at your disposal and be grateful for those resources, because there is someone out there in the world that is looking at the Leo like, wow, they're so talented. I bet they were born with that talent. When you've had to go through struggle after struggle to even gain the confidence to practice that hobby or to use those resources, you know, or maybe even to become vulnerable for a chat room or a group of multiple people, you know, to, well, possibly practice their free will and either judge or accept, right? It also could be that with the Wheel of Fortune as the possible outcome, that maybe the Leos have been saying a lot of good things to themselves. I did mention in the first half of the reading the ask-formations. It's kind of like affirmations, whereas I am grateful for all the opportunities. Thank you for all the opportunities. I am grateful. I am loved. You know, and then using, adjectives, such as extremely and extraordinarily. I am extremely grateful for all the opportunities. I am extremely loved. I am extremely accepted. You know, I extremely love myself, such and such. And then the ask-formations being, why am I extremely abundant? Why am I so lucky, right? I definitely don't want to steal that from that other tarot reader, but I do think she is inspiring to be using such a creative tool to inspire others. So yeah, it could be with the possible outcome that you end up gaining a fortunate event because you've been loving yourself and grateful for everything that you have, and possibly healing from a rejection or rejecting someone in order to keep that Wheel of Fortune turning. I don't know if it's to keep the wheel turning, or if you are gaining this Wheel of Fortune because you decide, I don't know, that's a weird interpretation. Leo, come back. That's a weird pairing. What does this pairing say to y'all? Wheel of Fortune, Three of Swords. Keep in mind the Three of Swords is heartbreak. It's a minor loss. Use pain as fuel. Oh yes. Oh yes. That's definitely a good interpretation. I like that example. We're going to take this pain as fuel to spin the wheel in our favor. I definitely like that interpretation. Thank you for that. That was a good one. All right, y'all. I mean, because technically I'm still learning just as much as y'all are. I mean, I definitely have a memory bank when it comes to interpretations. I am so passionate about tarot, but yeah, neither here nor there. When it comes to memory, if you have an emotional attachment, this is important, y'all. If you have an emotional attachment towards something, especially tarot, then it will be easy to memorize. Easy to memorize. Temporary goodbye / hurting. Ooh, me likey. Keep in mind, the Wheel of Fortune, when it does spin in your favor, it's always temporary. So be grateful for the good times, but then be hopeful that during the bad times, that the Wheel of Fortune will spin in your favor once again. Keep in mind that yes, the Three of Swords is also temporary. When you look at your life in the next 6 months, are you going to be so hurt by this individual? Are you going to be as hurt if they reject you, to try to get the power dynamic back in the swing of their direction? Are you going to be swayed by their mind games? And if you are, that's okay. That means you are willing to love and be courageous to give to this person again. So if you do end up being rejected by them or outcasted or feel like there is a minor loss, then yes, remind yourself it is a minor loss. That you are being redirected in a new path. That in the next 6 months to a year, you will laugh at the situation. You'll laugh at it. And any Hoosers, laughing is the best medicine. So keep that in mind. No matter what type of pain you go through, there's always a silver lining to it. You can always laugh at it and joke about, definitely if this is a traumatic event, there's always a way to laugh at it. There's always a way to, make fun of yourself. Kindly, though. Kindly. The Strength card does talk about being gentle and having that hand around the lion's mouth and being gentle with that lion. So definitely tame the beast within in order to find the gratitude for this person coming into your life. Because yes, this might have been a lesson for you to love yourself first. Leo. Alright, I think that's what I have for y'all. Minor loss and silver lining. Love it. Alrighty, y'all. That's what I have for the Leos. Definitely hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. We must love ourselves first. You are awesome. Hey, thank you. Go check out my YouTube channel, y'all. Free Will Tarot. Same title, same logo. It should be easy to find, but in case you're having a difficult time looking for it, I do have it in my bio here in TikTok. Go check out my TikTok account. In the bio, there will be a link to my YouTube. Thank you for another amazing reading. Hey, thank you so much for sticking around. All right, where are all the Virgos? Yes, thank you one more time, Leos, for hanging out with me. It is greatly appreciated. I have a Virgo, sweet. I'm going to send this to my son once it gets uploaded to YouTube. I have notifications on. Awesome sauce. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Definitely, if you are new here, hit the follow button as well. Alrighty, y'all. Give me just a few minutes to shuffle these cards back into this deck, Virgo, and we will get into your reading. Keep in mind, Virgo, I will be ending the reading about 5 to 10 minutes early so that this video will fit in my phone when I do try to when I try to download this from TikTok. They won't let me download anything over 2 hours. So I'm going to attempt to keep this video under 2 hours. And how I'll do that is I will end the reading either 5 to 10 minutes early. Not a problem. And then y'all can subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch it there. If y'all but if y'all miss the reading or have to leave the reading, set your phone down, go and do something important, then hey, no worries. That's what the YouTube channel is for. Alrighty, y'all. What is up? Hopefully y'all are doing a-okay. My Virgang, the Virgang. I may have to plug my phone in. I'm at 36%, and I do know that my live streams love to suck the energy out of my phone. Suck, suck, suck. I'm good. How are you? I'm good myself. I definitely have Virgo rising in my chart. I didn't think that was going to be as funny as it was, but apparently I'm not the only perverted-minded, either Leo or Virgo out there. I mean, my moderator doesn't even have Leo or Virgo to her knowledge in her chart. And she's laughing at it, so it must be funny. And my moderator is smart, funny, and good-looking. She's all three. That's something all women strive to have, is all three. So you know she's got to have a good sense of humor. Any hoosers? Any hoosers? Y'all, I have all the cards from the Leo reading shuffled into this deck. I'm just mean and block. Oh, goodness. Well, I feel honored to have you as a moderator then. I don't know how you put up with my BS as a moderator. I don't know how you put up with my BS. That's my only flaw. Oh, goodness. All right, y'all. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. I'm hoping this reading resonates for me as well. Here we go. For all of you that are returning to Free Will Tarot, the Bridge Shuffle is to let y'all know to send me swords or scissors, mostly scissors. Send me scissors so that I may cut this deck. It is now on the Tarot TikTok table, and I will let y'all interact with me in the comments. But yeah, send me scissors so I can cut this deck and we will get right into the Virgo reading. I'm so excited to be here for y'all. Put it in my calendar to be here. Sweet. It's much appreciated, y'all. Hope y'all are doing a-okay. Awesome. Yes, I do not do personal questions, yes or no, or give out personal information or ask for your personal information. This is my only account here on TikTok. I do think that I can be of better service to a bigger collective. That's why I don't do individual personal readings. Just a heads up, just a FYI. With that being said, thank y'all for interacting with me in the comments. I am doing okay, thank you so much. Ooh, they've got axes. They've sent me axes. All right, y'all. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get into this reading, shall we, Virgo? Going to use the emojis that y'all sent me to cut this deck. All right. By the way, this isn't just for any Virgos out there. Oh no. This is for all Virgos named Bob. Oh, switch the Leo card. Yes, thank you so much. But Virgo, yes, this isn't just for any Virgo. This isn't any Virgo reading. This is for all Virgos named Bob. So if you are not Bob, hard L. See ya. JK. Capital J, capital K. This is definitely for any Virgo. Man, I'm so jealous of Bob. Yeah. Any Hoosers. Blaze Baby said leaving. JK, just kidding, y'all. All right, any Virgos, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. Let's go here, y'all. Much love to y'all, and thank you for supporting the account, supporting me and my endeavors. Here we go. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and or Rising. Here is your energy. Here is the challenge. Here is your person's energy. Here is the similarities or common ground between you both. And here is the advice / possible outcome. Blocked a Virgo, so I'm not excited about this read. Laugh my ass off. Oh goodness. I mean, maybe they had it coming, maybe they didn't. Neither here nor there. We are getting into the Virgo reading for y'all now. Oh, hold up. I forgot my little pre-reading speech. All right, so Virgos, we have 5 cards here on the Tarot TikTok table. Here in about a half hour, 20 minutes. Yes, definitely 20 minutes. 20, 21, 22, give or take. In about 20 or 21, 22, give or take minutes, we will clarify with 5 more cards, 1 card per each placement in the spread. Yes, 5 more cards on top of these 5 that are already here. And then we will clarify and recap for any new Virgos, just then joining the live feed at that time. All right? Here we go, Virgo. Let's get into it. Whoops. Dropped the first card. Here it is, 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups in your energy definitely could be that maybe the Virgos are feeling a little sad, maybe disappointed in how things have turned out, either in their life in general or in this connection with this specific person. It definitely feels like you're more so focused on the negative aspects of either your life in general or this connection with this person. I mean, obviously, it's so easy to look at the negative aspects of life in general. It's so easy, you know? I do want to remind y'all Virgos that no matter how difficult it may be to look on the bright side, to look at the cups that are still standing, to look at all the blessings you still have, all the resources you have available to create a better life for yourself, Virgo. No matter how many things are going bad for you, there's always a silver lining. There's always someone out there that is looking at the Virgo like, wow, the Virgo is so inspiring. The Virgo has food in their stomach. The Virgo is able to walk outside and maybe not worry about, getting a bomb dropped on their hometown. At least not yet. I definitely don't joke when I speak of these things. I'm definitely grateful to be able to walk outside and walk to the gas station and back. I'm definitely grateful that I have, at least I'm about to have food in my stomach after this reading. I have a roof over my head. I have clothes on my back. You know what I'm saying? I do have, yes, Virgo rising in my chart. So yes, this does, to some extent, resonate with me. To some extent, yeah, I am my worst enemy, and I am a critic when it comes to my life, my hobbies, how I how I conduct myself. You know, I like to show up in a certain way. I'm such a perfectionist in that sense, but I also know that there's no such thing as perfection. Um, you know, it's only an idea. It's only in our head. So yes, it could be that some of the Virgos out there are looking at their life or looking at the situation they have with this specific person, and they're like, look at all the negative aspects. Look at what I did to them. Look at what they did to me. Look at what I said to them. Look at what they said to me. But nonetheless, maybe this person wants to take you back either way. Maybe this person has so much passion for you, and maybe that is the upside to this connection. We're definitely going to have to clarify that card in about 18 minutes. But in your challenge, we have the Three of Wands. In the challenge, Three of Wands. It could be that you find it challenging to be patient on this person to reach out to you. I don't know why you are not reaching out to them, Virgo, but this could be a sign that maybe you've already reached out to them multiple times, and it's like, okay, I'm going to allow you to have your turn, says the Virgo. It is now your turn to reach out. It is now your turn to maybe be blocked and know what it feels like to be abandoned by someone. I don't know if this is out of pettiness, but it's like, hey, you know, I've reached out multiple times. You've either ignored me, abandoned me, blocked me, or what deck is that? It is the Gilded Tarot. I know I used this last week, but I'm thinking about switching it up and using two different decks. One deck for either one sign, or two decks for two signs. But neither here nor there. The Virgo could be waiting on this person, and it's like, hello, I'm waiting. You know, it is your turn to reach out. Do I need to unblock you? Because if so, I definitely don't want to be taken for granted. You know, my kindness, when I do unblock you, I don't want my kindness to be taken for granted if I do unblock you and then you act a fool all over again and want to walk all over me, or, you know, once again take my kindness for granted, or not take me seriously the first time. Whatever the case, this person, they definitely are feeling heartbroken. They might be grieving either the Virgo, or they could have went through an outcasting, maybe by their family, maybe they lost their job. I don't want to keep listing the examples, but this is a minor loss. With the Three of Swords, this is definitely a minor loss. I don't know if this person is doing the same thing you are with the Five of Cups, and more so focusing on the negative aspects of either their life or this connection that they share with you, Virgo. But it definitely could be that their negative thoughts about this situation with you, Virgo, is affecting their heart space and affecting everything they are manifesting, because that's all they're focusing on. That's all they're putting their attention into. When you put all this focus and energy and effort into maybe creating a negative aspect for someone else, a negative life for someone else, you end up creating a negative life for yourself. I don't know if this person is wanting to create a better life for you, Virgo. Was that even in the list of things to do for this person? You know, did this person even consider, hey, Maybe the Virgo wanted to make their life better as much as they wanted to make this person's life better. I do know that as a friend, Virgo rising here, Virgos in general can be very good friends, and we like to be of service to others. That is our people-pleasing tendencies. So when it comes to this individual, I don't know if they are the same or if they're more so wanting to create something negative for the Virgo and get the Virgo overthinking and in a worry, wart type of energy, because yes, Virgos are worry warts as well. I don't know if this person has good intentions towards you or not. We're definitely going to get a deeper look into their energy. Hope they feel better soon anyway. Exactly. That's the mindset that anyone should have. That's the mindset anyone should have. You know? It could be this person is sitting in heartbreak, you know, waiting for the Virgo to reach out. But it's like, okay, if this has been going on for months, weeks, years even, it might be this person's turn to reach out. And if their intentions aren't to reach out because they're either too prideful or want the power dynamic in their favor, or they're all up in their ego, wanting their ego to be stroked, and then back away from the Virgo after getting that ego stroke, or maybe even pretend that they were moving on when they weren't, you know, but then when they do go to pretend they were moving on, like, hey, quit bugging me, Virgo. Why do you keep returning to my life, Virgo? Why do you keep returning? What the crap? Just leave me alone in peace, Virgo. Like, okay. That's maybe why you find it challenging to wait on this individual, because every time you reached out, it was the same thing. Heartache. So why is this person in heartache when all they have to do is reach out? When all they have to do is give the Virgo clarity? Because maybe they don't have good intentions. Maybe. We'll get a deeper look into this reading. The Ace of Wands, though. In the Ace of Wands and the similarities between you both. Because there are differences. I feel like there's slight differences, though. You feel disappointed, not necessarily looking at the positive aspects of this relationship, and this person is heartbroken, not necessarily looking at the positive aspects of this relationship or the situation, no matter if it's romantic or platonic. So yeah, there are similarities between those two cards, but more so the similarities between you both. There's a new passionate beginning that you both maybe are very creative in coming up with solutions. Maybe you both are inspired by each other. Maybe you both have a lot of passion for each other. But may I remind you, passion is not enough to survive, or for a relationship to survive, or for a relationship to work. Passion, love, there's a big difference. You know, you can have love with passion, but you can't have passion without love. I heard that in a tarot reading and it made sense to me. So I thought I'd share that with y'all. But yes, it definitely could be a new passionate beginning you both are wanting, but at the same time, is this person taking accountability for how they made you wait and wait and wait, and maybe you were patient with them for the first 6 weeks, 6 months, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years for some of you, maybe even more. I'm sure there's more years for some of you that you've been waiting. This isn't just any type of waiting, though. Hey, I'm going to sit on my buttocks, my bum, and twiddle my thumbs and just wait for this person to reach out. All the while, here this person is, over here, lollygagging, like, aha, they love me. I know it. They're waiting on me. They're waiting on me. I just know it. They love me. Yes, stroke that ego, Virgo. Stroke it. So good. Stroke that ego. Y'all. At some point, does the Virgo get tired of waiting for this person to reciprocate energy? Oh, yeah. That's why it's challenging to wait and be patient and be optimistic, much less looking at the negative aspects. You know, if you were focused on the positive aspects, I do believe these would be the other way around. Instead of this being the first card, it would be this being the first card. And it would be the Virgo being optimistic, waiting on this person patiently, and being productive while they wait. But neither here nor there. This is in the challenge. And this is your energy. So it definitely tells me you're dissatisfied with waiting. You know? Waiting only brought you dissatisfaction and disappointment. So it's like, why do that? You know? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Yeah, I guess I can be patient and be optimistic about this person reaching out to me for 3 more years. Yeah, I'll just give it 3 more years. Let me waste 3 more years of my life waiting on this person so they can keep their options open, maybe even put me in a third-party situation with the 3 of Swords, and get their ego stroked by not only me, little old Virgo, waiting on this person, but also, you know, by everyone else, getting that ego stroked. Y'all, tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I don't ever want to hear you say, I want it that way. This person might have wanted it that way, but the Virgo said, hell nah. Hell nah. Why is that? Dun dun dun. The Devil card. If this is the possible outcome and y'all fall into the trap that may be a booby trap, for some of the Virgos out there, all you could have heard was booby trap and said, booby? Where? But you didn't hear Captain, what's his fishy face from Star Wars? Captain Akbar? Akbar, yes. When he said, no, it's a trap! It's a trap! There is some toxicity going on between you both. Maybe you feel tempted by this individual. It definitely could be that you both feel tempted by each other. Especially with the similarities being Ace of Wands. It definitely could be that you both were once upon a time looking at the passion of this situation, but it definitely tells me that you had genuine love for this person. Genuine love. All the meanwhile, this person was taking it as an ego stroke. I don't even know if this person knows how to accept love or to love in the way that the Virgo does. I don't know if this person knows how to give or accept love. Maybe that's from childhood trauma or, toxic parents that they have or had or whatever the case, but the Devil card screams of codependency. It screams of obsession. It screams of materialistic love. Skin deep love. Superficial love. Meaning, I only love you because it's conditional, not because it's unconditional. Obviously, to some extent, we all need to be giving unconditional love. But then to some extent, it is conditional. As the man, I am needing to provide. As the woman, I am needing to help raise the kids in this way, the man helps provide in that way. Sure, I'm sure as time goes by, with the Aquarius age that we are stepping into, as we step into the age of Aquarius, I'm sure there's going to be tons, I say tons, of traditions that will be broken. Tons of traditions that will be broken. So in the sense of an older woman taking charge and a younger man staying with the kids and doing their thing, that could be one tradition. I'm not going to, leave that example out, but there's going to be other traditions that need to be broken while we step into the age of Aquarius, and it could be that one of those traditions is looking at the materialistic side of love, looking at the conditional side of, hey, if you marry me, we definitely can have the tax benefits, the materialistic side of this relationship, and then you can have all the physical intimacy that you want. Sounds like a booby trap. Sounds like a booby trap. I love that idea just as much as everyone else. Where do I sign? You know what I'm saying? Where do I sign with my Ace of Wand? Where do I sign? But maybe there is something that you're needing to look at much less, or much like the fine print. It's a trap. Aha. Now we're married. Now I don't have to give up the Ace of Wands, or I don't have to give up the booby trap without the trap. Y'all, I'm not liking where this reading is going. Not liking it one bit. I think the reason I feel so disappointed is because I know it's a trap. Let us get a deeper look into this reading, y'all. Let us get a deeper look into this reading. Actually, before I start shuffling, I do want to plug my phone into my charger. No, other way around, vice versa. I want to plug my charger into my phone. Aha! Who says I'm not smart? Give me 1 second. No one said you're not smart, Rick. You're projecting onto us. Well, yeah. I'm human. I have my own insecurities. Well, don't do it. Don't do it. You're scaring me? Why am I scaring you? I mean, obviously, this is only meant to be, maybe not only, but it's definitely could be entertainment. You know, if y'all don't have any issues or problems with a specific person, then look at it as only entertainment, you know? Definitely, for all we know, this person might have changed their mind. Like, oh no, the Virgo was good for me after all, and I didn't want to swallow my pride. You know, maybe all that ego stroking that the Virgo did was to help me. And it wasn't a game that the Virgo was playing. Maybe. We're going to get a deeper look into their energy, though, y'all. I know, we all wish they would. We all wish they would. We can only pray. That's correct. I mean, let me put it this way. If you are a man, Virgo, and you were waiting on a woman or even a feminine man to reach out, and you found it challenging to wait around for this person to reach out and started focusing more so on the negative aspects of this relationship, that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. You know? What I was talking about with projection, This person, once upon a time, maybe still has some insecurities, and they are projecting those insecurities onto you and wanting for you to be rejected. Right? And then I'm going to say the same thing I said to Leo. The second the Virgo does something for themselves and starts to heal and start to not focus on this person, they get all butthurt because their confidence wasn't built off of strength that they had to bring forth, hidden strength. It was built on, let's say, validation and compliments. And if you're so used to being built up by compliments and validations, then you're going to crumble the first second that the truth is being criticized about you. And you'll get defensive, oh, but so many people think I'm doing awesome, this and that. So many people compliment me on this or that, so you must be wrong. They get all defensive. I mean, it definitely doesn't have to be romantic. Keep that in mind. But, y'all, this person might have projected onto you at one point in time. Neither here nor there. It is 8:02, y'all. 8:02 here in Ohio. I'm going to get a deeper look into this reading with 5 more cards. We're going to clarify and then recap for any new Virgos joining the live stream at that time. And if it's the other way around, then do some reflection. Because I make it a point to, 1, do a reading for every specific zodiac sign. And this is in the perspective of the universe needing to help out the Virgo with a specific message. And if you are a cross-watcher watching for Virgo, then maybe it is the other way around, but keep it PG-13. I do other readings other nights. I am giving messages to the Virgo so that they may move forward with clarity and with peace of mind, knowing the unknown. If there's something you want to say to the Virgo, that's on your own time, and you do have the power of practicing free will. If you are saying, no, it's the other way around, or if you're getting defensive and saying, well, what if it's the other way around? Then you need to talk to the Virgo and quit making them wait. Quit putting your insecurities onto them. Okay. With that being said, maybe some reflection is needed from the cross-watchers. This doesn't even have to resonate, y'all. It can just be for entertainment. Take what resonates, leave out the rest. But yes, Virgo, let's get a deeper look into this reading. If you're dealing with another Virgo, if you're Virgo on Virgo, there's going to be one Virgo out of the 2 of you that is more skeptic of tarot readings. More skeptic of tarot readings. That is how you will know you, Virgo, are in this 5 of Cups, and the person in this reading that we are reading for and getting a deeper look into is in this 7 is in this 3 of Swords. All right, y'all. With that being said, yes, let us clarify. Using the bridge shuffle, I will be a guiding light or a light tower for everyone out there to send me scissors. Here it is, the bridge shuffle. For anyone new just now joining me, yes, I do the bridge shuffle. I show y'all the bridge shuffle, and that is an indication to send me scissors or swords or knives or daggers or tridents or saws or axes or razor blades, anything sharp and pointy. Anything sharp and pointy, and then I will cut the deck this last time for the Virgo reading. and clarify this reading and recap for anyone that is just now joining me. With that being said, speaking of which, for anyone just now joining me, check out the schedule here. I do 2 zodiac signs a night. Tonight just so happens to be Leo and Virgo, being Wednesday night, and I will continue the rest of the week as needed. With that being said, yes, hit that follow button if you are new here. Hit the like button if you like the energy I bring to the Tarot TikTok table. Yes, the Tarot TikTok table. And hit the share button if you have a friend, family member, coworker who is also a Virgo, maybe. Or maybe you just have a friend, family member, coworker, maybe even a neighbor that you think would like me as a tarot reader and the perspective and or insights that I bring to the Tarot TikTok table. Maybe. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all. YouTube. I'm going to be uploading this live stream to TikTok tonight. So definitely, if you had to miss out on the first half, or maybe even the last half, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Free Will Tarot. Free Will Tarot. Same title, same logo. Thank you all for being patient with me as I promote myself, no matter how good or bad I am at it. And thank y'all for interacting with me in the comments. Greatly appreciated. Here we go. I'm going to use the emojis y'all sent my way to cut this deck. And we're going to get a deeper look into this reading. All right, here we go, y'all. Clarifying the 5 of Cups and the Virgo's energy. Okay. Clarifying the 3 of Wands in the challenge. Oh. Clarifying the 3 of Swords in this person's energy. Clarifying the Ace of Wands and the similarities between you and this person. Clarifying the Devil card and the advice / possible outcome. Thank you for everything you do. Hey, I appreciate you saying that. You're very welcome. Y'all. So let's just get right into this Virgo reading. Totally rock. Hey, thank you. Much appreciated. So we have here the 5 of Cups. Don't make what face? I wasn't being sarcastic. I mean that. Thank you very much. I'm not making any face. Any hoosers. Hello, Sage Tarot 1111. Is that 1111 or 1111? Is that 5 ones? No, that's 4 ones. 1111. Yes, hit the follow button if you're new. Like button, share button, etc., etc. Y'all, thank you for all the compliments. I do appreciate it. It's not necessary. I'm not the best tarot reader. I do my best attempt to, bring my best version of myself to the Tarot TikTok table. Neither here nor there. I've only got 21 minutes to interpret these cards before I have to end the reading early. So that y'all can have a upload to YouTube to check out whenever you like, okay? So, not getting distracted anymore, but thank y'all for the support. I do appreciate it. Y'all, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, it could be that your energy with the 5 of Cups to the Queen of Swords, which was the first card in Leo's reading tonight. 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords. It's almost like you're saying, look at all these cups that have been spilt. These cups of milk that have been spilt, I just want to cry over, says the Virgo. I definitely don't want to be insensitive towards y'all's situation. I am trying to make light of a joke. But yes, the go-to interpretation for the 5 of Cups is crying over spilt milk, needing to focus more so on the positive, on the blessings, that maybe this relationship still has some, relevance, that maybe you could still invest in this person. But neither here nor there, you're not wanting to do that at this time. With the Queen of Swords clarifying the 5 of Cups, it's almost as if, look at all the negative aspects of this relationship. Cut out, block, abandon, ignore. So it definitely could be that, yeah, you're needing to focus on your blessings in life in general, but also you're wanting to cut out anyone that doesn't bring happiness or peace to your life. If this person brings forth any deceit, manipulation, gaslighting, mind games, breadcrumbing, toxic behavior of any kind, you're ready to cut them out. Maybe you want to have a quick conversation just to gain clarity about why they're doing something, why they believe that what they are doing or saying is right, or what they are saying. It's like, hey, give me clarity. I don't like the way you're acting or saying or believing right now. So at least clarify why you are saying, believing, or acting in that way, in that manner. And then we can move forward either peacefully together or separately, move away from each other with a peaceful state of mind. In the challenge, we have 3 of Wands. As I suggested in the first half of this reading, it could be that you have just gotten so tired of being optimistic, waiting on this person, and you've grown impatient, yes. Pessimistic, a Virgo, couldn't be. Don't mean to call y'all out. I mean, the 5 of Cups could be pessimism. 5 of Cups could be pessimism. And wanting to have that resting bench face. Yes, sitting bench. Sitting bench. Resting sitting bench. Not a sitting bench, is a resting bench face. With the Queen of Swords. But yeah, with the 3 of Wands, upright, this talks about being optimistic. Upright, it talks about maybe being patient for either a person to reach out or a package to come through the mail or a promotion at work or the go-ahead to move into your new apartment. But with this being in the challenge, we want to read this in the reverse. Reversal interpretations. Meaning that there's a lack of forward movement, a lack of patience, a lack of a direction with this person, a lack of optimism. And clarified with the 8 of Swords, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's almost as if with the 8 of Swords, upright, you feel trapped, you know, mentally anyways, like you're in a mental prison. Not seeing the way forward, the direction forward, away from these swords. Maybe overthinking. Maybe this person did want to put you in a 8 of Swords overthinking, can't make up my mind, you know, can't take action. I'm in this victim mentality. Woe is me. Why is this happening to me? Not why is this happening for me? But then in the negative, in the challenge, yes, you're wanting to read this as a reversal. As in, not only do you find it challenging to be patient for this person, but you're done being a victim. You're done overthinking. You're done being in a mental imprisonment. You could be sitting with that face. Will Rick find it out? What face? Oh, the resting bench face. bench, bench. The sitting bench, but resting bench face. Uno reverse. I like that. I mean, yeah, look at the challenge though. 3 of Wands in the challenge. 8 of Swords in the challenge. Finding it challenging to be optimistic. Finding it challenging to remain in this victim mentality. Not wanting to be optimistic anymore because of so much waiting. Maybe 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years, maybe more than 3 years. And wanting to get out of your head. Wanting to be at peace with the situation. Just wanting to forget the problems, the negative aspects of this relationship altogether. It could be with the Three of Swords then, and this person's energy, they're in this negative mindset, allowing either what you've said or what you're doing or whatever the case to affect them in such a way that it is blocking off their heart space from creating a desirable outcome when they manifest. This person is needing to remember, though, rejection is God's protection, is the universe's redirection. Yeah, just saying, let it be, not giving them any more headspace, lol. Exactly. You know? Maybe this person, once upon a time, wanted you to be in this victim mentality, you know? And it was stroking their ego. Oh, this person loves me so much, and they're waiting for me. It's like, hello, yeah, I'm a loving person. You know? Whatever beliefs you think I have, get rid of them right now. I'm a loving person. I care. You know? And I don't appreciate it that you're taking my kindness as weakness. This is the energy they wanted you in. This is the energy they got. You cannot give this rejection energy to the universe. You cannot communicate to the universe, this is the energy I want them to be in, and then not receive it 3 times fold. And then not receive it 3 times fold. I do believe they are wearing a mask. I do believe they are focusing on maybe another connection with the 2 or a 10. With the 10 of Pentacles, this is, yes, a number of completion, the number 10. And it could be that they are invested in another relationship. Could be that they are putting you in a third-party situation. That's why they are rejected, or feeling rejected anyways. Maybe the Virgo didn't even reject them. They just haven't been waiting on them. They just haven't reached out anymore. The Virgo could have stopped reaching out, and they're more so in this, don't cross me ever again. Don't ever waste my time ever again, saying the Virgo. And this person is now feeling heartbroken, not wanting to take accountability for how maybe they did waste the Virgo's time. But it could be this person chose someone else over the Virgo. They're needing to lay in that bed. You know, they made their bed. Let them make it. You know, or they made their bed. Let them lay in it. That's what I meant to say. It could be that there is a new possible, anyways, potential with all aces, Ace of Wands, all aces in the tarot deck are a potential. So it could be that you have the potential to start this thing up new with them again, or start something else with someone else. Something else with someone else. With the World card, it could be that you both need to travel either to each other or to other new people that you both are investing into at this time. I mean, obviously we can't get from point A to point B without, you know, some sort of travel, no matter where we are in the world. It could be that this is a problem that you and this individual keep circling around to, circling back to, you know? I don't know if this person is even focused on fixing this situation. I don't know if this person knows of any other resources. But it could be that there is possibly a creative solution. If you were to ask yourself, pulling a card out of the tarot deck, a question, a yes or no question, and you get the Ace of Wands, it's definitely a yes. It's definitely a yes. So it could be, then yes, maybe you both have a creative solution or the chance to create a positive solution for you both to end this cycle once and for all, to end this cycle once and for all. It's definitely a good interpretation or example of the pairing that is the Ace of Wands to the World card. Yes, we just both need to move on. Exactly. Close this out. You know? Learn your lesson. It definitely could have been that this person was a stepping stone soulmate. Stepping stone soulmate. Someone who shows you what you could be, and then when you reach that level that they are, they don't want to see you do better. So then they are feeling now butthurt and rejected because you're doing better than they are. Whether or not they were projecting this heartbreak or rejection onto you, they wanted you to be in this energy. It's now in their energy, you know, and maybe there is a solution that you both could come up with to fix this, to be together finally. But why would you? Why would you want to be together with someone that disrespected you, you know, maybe time and time again? If you are, no matter what gender you are, if you are to allow this person back into your life, they're not going to respect you. Maybe that's why they're more so focused on their Ten of Pentacles, their happy environment, their happily ever after with maybe someone else. Because you're not going to gain their respect. No. The only way you're going to gain their respect is by cutting them out with the Queen of Swords and starting elsewhere with the Ace of Wands and closing this cycle out. It's maybe a cycle they want to continue, you know? It's maybe a cycle that they want to split up you and a new person just so that you can feed their ego one more time, or a few more times, or 3 more years worth of times. So I do want to remind y'all that if you allow this person back into your life to disrespect you all over again, you're going to wait forever. You're going to wait forever for this person to apologize. They've got such a huge ego. Not only that, but maybe you are tempted by this individual. Maybe you are tempted. I wouldn't do it, though. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. In fact, my advice would be to detach from this codependent relationship, because that's exactly what it's going to turn out to be. A trauma bond from hell. A trauma bond from hell. Create your own happiness. Don't rely on this person to validate how far you've came ever since they tried to project their own insecurities or reject you and put you in that, you know, mindset of, I'm a victim. I'm overthinking. I don't know which way to go. I don't know what action to take. You know? No, create your own happiness. Don't put this person first before you. You know, avoid all toxicity. Cut them out if you have to. And create your own happiness. Do not be dependent upon anyone else but your own opinions. Give yourself the love that you was waiting for this person to give. Give to yourself the love, the happiness, the joy, the wish fulfillment. Some of y'all were praying for this person to come back and waited and waited and waited for this blessing to arrive, but it just never came. So yes, give yourself that wish fulfillment. Give yourself that happiness, right? With the Devil card, it could be that you're needing to just be unbothered. You know, if this person tries to shake your tail feathers, or shake your feathers, no matter the tail or not, poke your buttons, you know, to maybe get you to react a certain way instead of respond maturely. They want you to react immaturely. and from a not so safe space, so that they know, oh, he or she loves me. The Virgo loves me. Still, they still love me. I can still win them. I can still get them. I still got my thing. I can still attract and tempt the Virgo. I can still be a temptation to them. They still think I'm yummy stuff. Y'all, don't do it. Create your own happiness. Rely upon your own compliments, your own validation. Not just the validation and the ego boost that you get from, telling yourself these things, but believe it, Create a life that you are proud of. Create a life that is wish fulfilling for yourself. No matter if you have to move away from this person and, heal for the rest of your life and just be single for the rest of your life, obviously don't be petty when you create your own happiness. But show the world that this is how it's done. This is how you transmute pain into, I don't want to say power, pain into pleasure, maybe. Yes, we'll say that. This is how you turn pain into pleasure. Right? And also, I don't know why I'm... Also, hey, Gucci Gucci Goo. Also, y'all, wish this person healing. Wish this person luck with the rest of their life. Pain and manifesting into your desires. Exactly. I'm really close. She may be moving in the home with her younger sister who has Alzheimer's. Okay. Y'all, Virgo, I do have to end this reading. It is now 28 after 8. I am going to close this reading out. It was such a good time reading for y'all, though. I already know. You're right on. Awesome sauce everywhere, y'all. Definitely hit that follow button, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button when y'all go to the YouTube app. Thank you, Rick. Not a problem. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for showing up and all the support you give me. Ooh, pizza. Thank you, Lisa, for the pizza. The Lisa pizza. Let's try that in the Little Caesars voice. Lisa pizza. Many blessings to you as well. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave y'all here. Go find that YouTube channel, all right? Free Will Tarot. Same title, same logo. Thank y'all. Much love. And, yeah, I hope to see y'all tomorrow night for the Libra and Scorpio reading. Libra and Scorpio reading. And then subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. But then also, hopefully I will see you either next week for the Leo and Virgo readings or anywhere between now and then. All right? Thank you all so much for the support and the love. I'll see you sometime soon, hopefully. Much love either way, though. Have a good night. Take care, y'all.